Good morning, ma'am.
Is it audible?
Yes, ma'am.
So is it screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So where we are in the last class?
Up to case statements, ma'am. It's
Okay.
completed.
So we discussed about the case statement, means conditional statements we are. So conditional statements means when the condition satisfied, then do something, otherwise don't do anything. That is called conditional statement. For that we have if condition and end if. In between that statements will trigger whenever your condition is satisfied. If the condition is not satisfied, then it is not going to trigger that. So that is one conditional statement. And we have either this or that. Okay. At that time, we are going for if else. If the condition satisfied, it's going to trigger the first set of block. If the condition fails, it will go to the second set of blocks. So that is called if else. Then we have like multiple conditions. Then we'll go for if else if. When we have multiple variables, multiple conditions to check, at that time we can go for if else if. And if we have one variable checking multiple values, then case will be faster. So this is what we learn, and we learn the debugging. Debugging means executing of the program in the backend. Step by step, we can see that program. So that is called debugging. And if you want to go to the debugging, first your program should be active stage, and you need to apply the brakes. So if your program is active, then only you can apply the brakes. In the breakpoints, we have session and external breakpoint. We are going to learn the external breakpoint later. Now we are going to learn about the session breakpoint, where you can keep the breakpoint. Means select the statement and click on the session breakpoint. It will apply the break. Normally F8 means execute. Direct processing means it will directly show the output. But when you apply the brakes, it will stop there. So once it is taken to the debugging mode, we have four function keys: F5, F6, F7, F8. F5 means step by step execution, and F6, F7 we'll see in the modularization technique. Then F8 means direct processing. If there is no further breakpoints, it will further it process entire program. If further breakpoint is there, yes, it will stop there. So that is about the debugging and the function keys. Any questions up to here?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Then we are going to see the looping statement. What do you mean by loop? Anybody? What is meant by loop? Nobody knows loop.
Continuous process.
Continuous process. Okay. Any other answers? For loop. Here for loop won't be there, sir. So loop means keep on repeating the same set of statements again and again. You are roaming there only again and again, then they'll say that loop. Okay, in the programming part, I have set of statements. I want to repeat it again and again. Then we are going to use the looping statements. Loop is nothing but to repeat the statements again and again. Is called looping statement. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. In that, we have two types of looping statements. In that, conditional looping statement and unconditional looping statements. So these are the two are there. In the conditional looping statement, we have while, and in unconditional looping statement, we have do and end do. And we have loop at internal table into work area, that is also there. So we will see this, what is the loop, how it is going to act, what is conditional, what is unconditional. Then we'll see loop at internal table to work area, what is internal table work area, that we are going to see. Can we start the looping statements?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, for that first we need to write the program. So logging into the SAP. So what is my requirement? My requirement is SSN90. I want to display SSN90 for 10 times. The name SSN90, I want to display it for 10 times. Z22 looping statements. I just quickly creating a program. Create looping statements. Choose the type of the program as executable. Click on save, local object. You people already know how to create the program. Done. So here, what is my requirement? Write is the keyword, and I'm going to say SSNIT. What I want, this statement, I want 10 times. So what you can do, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like that, you can write for 10 times and activate it and run. Yes, it is showing for 10 times. If it is 100 times, you need to write again the 100 times. So if it is 1000 times, you need to write 1000 times. No, you want the same repetition for 1000 times. You want same repetition for 10 times. Then what you can do, you can write one time and you can keep it in the loop. Okay, so that is called looping statements, which is going to repeat. I want to repeat partner not reached. Okay, so this is my looping statement. How many you want, that many times you write, but that is not required. What you can do, you can say data zv num, which is of type integer, zv num equal to 5, and I'm saying this do, I'm using do loop zv num times. Instead of saying 5 times directly, I'm just saying that variable that many times and do and write program ended. So what happened now? I just given zv num a variable. There I assigned 5. I'm asking repeat 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is repeating for 5 times. If I'm just saying 105, so it's going to repeat 105 times. No need of writing this 105 times. You can see if I want 1000, 10,000, like that, I can increase the number. Based on that, it's going to repeat that statements. Instead of writing again and again, you can keep that statement inside the loop. That is called loop. Is it clear what is loop?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Repeating the same statement again and again. Whatever the statement, I don't mind. So here I just used write ssn, but whatever you want to repeat again and again, then you can use do and do. How it is going to work, I want to see in the debugging whether it is repeating or what it is doing. In the debugging I want to see, keep the breakpoint at report and then run. It will take you to the debugging. Now fi, you can see zv num value is 0. Now it is 5. Now you are at the line number 5, which is do 5 times. First time it went inside, and do will take you to the do again. Second time, then third time, then fourth time, then fifth time. Now 5 times is done. Now you can see do is coming to end do on coming out. It is not going inside because 5 times are done. Press F8, you can see 5 times it is repeating. The same SSN90. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So you are saying these many times, it's going to repeat that many times. There is no condition here. Okay, you are saying 100 times, it repeats 100 times. If you are saying 1000 times, it repeats for 1000 times. There is no condition. That's the reason it comes under unconditional looping statement. Do and do comes under unconditional looping statement. There is no condition here. Next, we have conditional looping statement. What is that conditional looping statement? Which is called while. I'll just show you. I'll copy the same example. Instead of do and do, we are going to use while statement. While condition gv num less than 15 or less than 10. Okay, so then end while. A, while gv num less than 10 means 5 less than 10. Yes, when the condition fails, it won't fail at all because 5 is always less than 10. That is universal truth. It is not going to change at all. So the condition always satisfies. Then how to break this statement? gv num equal to gv num plus 1. If you see, I'm just adding 1 to the same variable. Whatever right side, that will be added to the left. gv num value is 5. 5 plus 1, it becomes 6. Now also I'm going to get that same 5 times of that, but you can see fi gv num value is 5. It gone inside. Sorry, it went to the loop statement. While gv num less than 10. 5 is less than 10. Yes, condition satisfied. Go inside. Then ZV num equal. ZV num plus 1 means 5 plus 1. How much it become? You can see it becomes 6. Now n while will take you to that 6 less than 10. Yes. Print it. Next 6 plus 1, 7. 7 less than 10. Yes. 7 plus 1, 8. 8 less than 10. Yes. 9. 9 less than 10. Yes. 10 less than 10? No. Condition failed, it is coming out. Until the condition satisfied, it keep on repeats there only. Okay. Until the condition fails, it keep on repeats there only. Once the condition failed, it will come out of the loop. This is called conditional looping statement. Here you can see I have condition to check. While and end while comes under conditional statement, looping statement. Until the condition satisfied, it keep on repeats. Once the condition failed, it will come out of the loop. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Any questions on this? But in do, there is no condition. That's the reason it is comes under Unconditional looping statement. While is always having condition. Until the condition satisfied, it going to repeat the statements. Once the condition failed, it will come out. So that's the reason it comes under conditional looping statement. That is unconditional looping statement. Is it clear? Any questions?
No questions, ma'am.
Okay. So then we have two set of looping statements, which is do and while. That we saw that. But we have one more called loop at internal table into work area. What is this internal table? What is this work area? We need to learn that. Then we can understand that loop at internal table into work area. Okay. So which one we are going to use mostly? If you have 100 programs, all the programs, 99 programs, they are going to use loop at internal table into work area only. This loop, while and do, they're going to use 1% of the programs only. Okay. In every program, we can see loop at internal table into work area. But this while and do will be rarely used in our ABAP programs. But even though it is rarely used, we have to learn, right? That's the reason we learn this. Is it clear about do and while?
Yes, ma'am.
So if I want to go to the loop at internal table into work area, if I want to understand this loop, first we have to understood about the internal table and work area, which is very, very important concept. So I'll show you what is internal table, what is work area. For example, I have a scenario. So we know that our SAP is running in three-tier architecture. I'm having any table, when I activated it stores into the database. I'm storing my student information in the table, means the data in database layer, so that we know that. Okay. I have a student table where all the student information is going to store. Okay. Every year, principal is going to run a program, and the program will pick the students who got more than 90%. They're sending the scholarship to them. Okay. So this is happening in every year. Now, in this year, who got more than 90%? Only three people. So I have almost 10 scholarship with me. Okay. And remaining scholarship will be wasted. So what the principal thought? Why we need to waste the scholarship unnecessarily? Whoever near to the 90% means 89.4, 89.3, 89.1, 89 percentage, like that. Whoever having like that the percentage, for them also give the scholarship. But they can't change the standard program that is running for every year. Then what they can do? They can create a view, and they can change whoever having 89.3, 89.4, like that, make it as 90%, so that my program is going to run and work. Okay. So, but what happens when you do in the views? The scholarships will get them. That's fine. But the views will be updating back to the database tables. So, whoever got 89% 4 and something, now they become 90. Now, when you come to your mark sheet and the total of your table, it won't match. It will mismatch. Correct? So that is not the proper way of doing. That's the reason they're not going to use the views at all in the real time. What is the drawback? Because it is going to update back to the table. Whatever you do the manipulations, it will go and update back to the table. So that is the drawback of views. So we are not going to use views concept here. Is it clear the requirement, ma? సో ఏం చెప్తున్నాను, మనకి డేటాబేస్లో టేబుల్ అనేది స్టోర్ అయింది. సో ఎవ్రీ ఇయర్ ఒక ప్రోగ్రామ్ రన్ అవుతుంది. ఎవరికైతే 90% వచ్చిందో వాళ్ళకి స్కాలర్షిప్స్ సెండ్ చేస్తుంది. ఈ ఇయర్ స్కాలర్షిప్ ఓన్లీ ముగ్గురికే వచ్చింది, నాకేమో 10 స్కాలర్షిప్స్ ఉన్నాయి. రిమైనింగ్ స్కాలర్షిప్స్ అన్నీ వేస్ట్, 7 వేస్ట్గా ఉంది. అందుకు ప్రిన్సిపల్ ఏం చెప్పారు, ఎవరెవరికైతే దగ్గరగా ఉన్నారో 90% దగ్గరగా వాళ్ళకు కూడా ఇచ్చేసేయండి అని చెప్తున్నారు. ఆ ప్రోగ్రామ్ రన్ అవ్వాలంటే 90% ఉండాలి కదా, అందుకని వ్యూ క్రియేట్ చేసి దాన్ని 90%గా అప్డేట్ చేస్తున్నారు. చేయడం వల్ల ఏమైపోతుంది, డేటాబేస్లో వెళ్ళి అప్డేట్ అయిపోతుంది. వెన్ మార్క్స్ అన్నీ టోటల్ చేసినప్పుడు నీకు ఇక్కడ టోటల్కి మిస్ మ్యాచ్ అవుతుంది. డేటా అనేది వ్యూస్లో మ్యానిపులేట్ చేస్తే డేటాబేస్ టేబుల్కి వెళ్ళి అప్డేట్ అయిపోతుంది. అందుకే వ్యూస్ కాన్సెప్ట్ అనేది మోస్ట్లీ యూస్ చేయరు. మరి ఎలా, ఇది ఎలా అచీవ్ చేయాలి? అట్ దట్ టైమ్ విల్ కమ్ టు ద ఇంటర్నల్ టేబుల్ కాన్సెప్ట్. వాట్ ఈజ్ ఇంటర్నల్ టేబుల్? Temporary memory allocation in the application layer where I can store the table data. When you do any manipulations to the data, it won't reflect back to the table until unless you say. So if you are normally said just to manipulate the data, it will manipulate, but it won't reflect back. But if you say that go and update back to the table also, then it will go and update. So that feasibility will be available for the internal table. It's a temporary memory allocation in the application layer also, the layer. Okay, when to when that we will discuss little bit later. సో ఏం చెప్తున్నామా, వ్యూస్ అనేది డేటాను తీసుకెళ్ళి డేటాబేస్లో అప్డేట్ చేసేస్తుంది. సో అందువల్ల మన ఒరిజినల్ డేటా అనేది లాస్ట్ అయిపోతాం. సో ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ దాట్, దాని బదులు ఇంటర్నల్ టేబుల్ యూస్ చేసుకుంటే టెంపరరీ మెమరీ అలొకేషన్ ఇన్ ద అప్లికేషన్ లేయర్నే ఇంటర్నల్ టేబుల్ అంటారు. మీరు ఇంటర్నల్ టేబుల్లో ఏదైనా డేటా మ్యానిపులేట్ చేస్తే అది డేటాబేస్ టేబుల్లోకి అప్డేట్ అవ్వదు. ఓకే, ఎప్పుడు నార్మల్గా అయితే అప్డేట్ అవ్వదు. నువ్వు చెప్తే వెళ్ళి అప్డేట్ చేయంటే అప్పుడు అప్డేట్ చేస్తుంది. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద అడ్వాంటేజ్ ఆఫ్ యూజింగ్ ఇంటర్నల్ టేబుల్. Internal table is a temporary memory where you can manipulate the data. It won't update back to the database tables until you say. ఇంటర్నల్ టేబుల్ అనేది టెంపరరీ మెమరీ అప్లికేషన్ లేయర్లో, సో అది డేటా మ్యానిపులేట్ చేయడానికి యూస్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. మీరు చెప్పేంత వరకు అది వెళ్ళి అప్డేట్ చేయదు. మీరు చెప్తేనే అప్డేట్ చేస్తుంది, చేయదు అంటే అసలు చేయదు. క్లియర్ అమ్మా? ఎందుకు యూజ్ ఆఫ్ ఇంటర్నల్ టేబుల్ ఐ డిస్కస్డ్. ఇస్ ఇట్ క్లియర్?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is the use of internal table. Now how to create this internal table, that we are going to see now. So it's a temporary memory, means when to when. So not only student information ma, normally in the companies they'll always manipulate the data. If you see they want to pay the tax, they're going to pay the tax for entire amount, no, right? They'll do some manipulation, they'll show that as a loss, all those things, and they'll do the calculation wrongly, and they'll show you that pay the tax very less amount. But coming to the real, that is not the case. They're getting more profit. So they don't want to disturb that entire original data, but they want to manipulate and show for the auditors. So like that, we have lots of scenarios where they want to manipulate the data, but it should not update back to the database tables. That's the reason always we are going to use internal table concept in our programs. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then, so what is internal table? How we can declare the internal table? What is the use of internal table? We saw that. How to declare? So this is the syntax to declare internal table. Where can I write this in my program? Data, internal table name, type, standard table of database table. Means from which table you want to copy the data, you need to refer to that table so that it will create a memory in the application layer with the fields which you are referring to the table. For example, I'm referring a table where it is having 100 fields. In my internal table also, it will create 100 fields. It's going to create 100 fields only. It will copy that 100 fields into the internal table. But 8 KB memory, which is empty. It can store multiple records, but it will be empty. When I'm writing this syntax, data internal table, type standard table of database table, it's going to copy the fields from that database table into internal table. Only it will copy the fields only, no data. How to get the data, that we'll see little bit later. Okay. So the data keyword creates a memory for your internal table which refers to the table. It will copy the fields from the table into your internal table and 8 KB memory. And work area. What is work area? It is also collection of fields only. Internal table is a collection of fields which can hold 8 KB memory. Means I can store multiple records. But here, work area. It's a collection of fields which can store only one record memory. Okay, it can store only one record memory. I can store only one record. I can't store multiple records. So that is about the work area. Both are temporary memory. Means from when to when the memory will be available. Means from the when program started execution, from that time to program execution ending, up to that time only it will be available. Means my program execution started now. Okay, ISC38, I'm executed my program. It creates the memory in the application layer, internal table and work area. When I close that program, so the memory will be collapsed. There is no memory for the internal table and work area. Clear? I'll show you practically. This is just theoretically we are discussing internal table and work area how to create. Internal table work area అంటే ఏంటి? టెంపరరీ మెమరీ ఎక్కడ అప్లికేషన్ లేయర్లో. టెంపరరీ మెమరీ అంటే ఏంటి? మనం ఇంతకుముందు కూడా బఫరింగ్ కాన్సెప్ట్లో టెంపరరీ మెమరీ అనేది డిస్కస్ చేసాం. అదేంటి? అప్ టు నీ ప్రజెంటేషన్ లేయర్ క్లోజ్ చేసేంత వరకు మెమరీ ఉంటుంది. బట్ ఇక్కడ ఏంటి? టెంపరరీ మెమరీ. ఈ లైన్స్ ఎక్కడ రాస్తున్నాం? ప్రోగ్రాంలో ఈ సింటాక్స్ యూస్ చేసి ఇంటర్నల్ టేబుల్ వర్క్ ఏరియా అనేది ప్రోగ్రాంలో రాస్తున్నాం. ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్ స్టార్టింగ్ అయిందా, నీ ఇంటర్నల్ టేబుల్ మెమరీ క్రియేట్ అయింది, వర్క్ ఏరియా మెమరీ క్రియేట్ అయింది. ప్రోగ్రామ్ నుంచి బయట వచ్చేసావా, ఆ మెమరీ అనేది కొలాప్స్ అయిపోతుంది, డిలీట్ చేసేస్తుంది అప్లికేషన్ లేయర్ నుంచి. సో వాట్ ఈస్ ఇంటర్నల్ టేబుల్? Collection of fields which can hold 8 KB memory. Work area, collection of fields which can hold one record memory. ఇంటర్నల్ టేబుల్ అంటే ఏంటి? కలెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ఫీల్డ్స్. ఏ టేబుల్తో రెఫర్ చేస్తే దాంట్లో ఎన్ని ఫీల్డ్స్ ఉన్నాయో అవి కాపీ అవుతాయి అండ్ 8 KB మెమరీ ఉంటుంది. అంటే మల్టిపుల్ రికార్డ్స్ స్టోర్ చేసేదానికి స్పేస్ ఉంటుంది. వర్క్ ఏరియా అంటే ఏంటి? కలెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ఫీల్డ్స్. ఏ టేబుల్కి రెఫర్ చేస్తామో ఆ టేబుల్లో ఉన్న ఫీల్డ్స్ని కాపీ చేసుకుంటుంది. బట్ వర్క్ ఏరియా అనేది ఓన్లీ ఒక్క రికార్డ్ని స్టోర్ చేసుకోవడానికి మాత్రమే. ఓకే, సో వై we need internal table work area means when to use internal table, when to use work area, we'll see in future. Both are temporary memory allocations in the application layer. How we are going to create? By this syntaxes. Is it clear? Any questions up to here?
No questions, ma'am.
Okay, don't worry. I'll show you practically also how I'm going to refer to the table, how it will copy the data and all. So fields and all that I'll show you. Then both are the empty, right? Internal table, work area, both are empty, but I want the data to manipulate, right? How to get the data into internal table? We have select statement. Select means getting the data from database table into your work area or internal table. Always it is going to get the data from table into your internal table వర్క్ ఏరియా. సెలెక్ట్ అనగానే ఏం గుర్తు రావాలి? డేటాని తీసుకురావడానికి. ఎక్కడి నుంచి? ఇంటర్నల్ టేబుల్ నుంచి మన వర్క్ ఏరియా కానీ, సారీ, డేటాబేస్ టేబుల్ నుంచి మన వర్క్ ఏరియా కానీ ఇంటర్నల్ టేబుల్ కానీ డేటా తెచ్చి పెడితే దాన్ని ఏమంటున్నారు? సెలెక్ట్ స్టేట్మెంట్ అంటున్నారు. సో వాట్ ఈస్ ద సింటాక్స్? Select star means all the fields information from database table, from this table into where you are copying the first record into work area. Then append work area to internal table means append means adding. Add the information from work area to internal table. Add the record. Then end select. It will go to the next record. How many records are there? 1,000 records are there. It's going to get one by one, all the 1,000 records into your internal table. One by one, it's going to copy and add it into your internal table. So this is how it's going to add the data into internal table. But where the data is available in my application layer. But which layer I can able to see? Only the presentation layer. Then how can I see this data in presentation layer? Up to now we learn only write keyword to display the data. So either it is variable or constant, or if it is any variable or messages, I can use write keyword. But here I have internal table and work area. Then how can I display the data? Means if you treat this work area means collection of fields which can hold one record. If I'm separating like this, work area hyphen field one, it can hold only one value. Means looks like a variable. So I'm going to split it. Work area hyphen field one, comma work area hyphen field two. Like that, how many fields are there? You're going to split it and display. But in work area, it can hold only one record. But I want to display all the records. So they take one record from internal table to work area and repeat it. I'm going to repeat the work area display logic, write statement again and again, means loop statement. You want to use do loop or while loop? No. Here we are going to use loop at internal table into work area and loop. What it will do? How many records are there in my internal table? That many times it's going to repeat. While repeating, it will pass the corresponding record information to the work area. Okay. ఫస్ట్ ఏం చేసామ్మా? డేటా కీవర్డ్ యూస్ చేసి ఇంటర్నల్ టేబుల్ వర్క్ ఏరియా క్రియేట్ చేసాం. అదేంటి? కలెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ఫీల్డ్స్ 8 KB మెమరీ, కలెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ఫీల్డ్స్ 1 రికార్డ్ మెమరీ అని ఎంటీ స్టోర్ అయింది. దాంట్లో డేటా లేదు. డేటా తెచ్చుకోవాలంటే ఏం యూస్ చేశాను? సెలెక్ట్ స్టేట్మెంట్ యూస్ చేసి ఒక్కొక్క రికార్డ్గా తెచ్చుకొని ఇంటర్నల్ టేబుల్లోకి యాడ్ చేసుకున్నాను. తర్వాత డిస్ప్లే. డిస్ప్లే అంటే ఇప్పటి వరకు మనం వేరియబుల్ కాన్స్టెంట్ మెసేజెస్ మాత్రం యూజ్ చేసాం రైట్ కీవర్డ్తో. నువ్వు వర్క్ ఏరియా అంటే కలెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ఫీల్డ్స్ ఒక రికార్డ్ స్టోర్ అవుద్ది. అదే నువ్వు స్ప్లిట్ చేస్తే వర్క్ ఏరియా హైఫన్ ఫీల్డ్ అంటే అది ఒక్క వాల్యూ మాత్రమే స్టోర్ చేసుకోగలుగుతుంది. వన్ వాల్యూ స్టోర్ అవుతుంది అంటే అది వేరియబుల్గా ట్రీట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. కాబట్టి ఏం యూస్ చేసుకోవచ్చు? రైట్ కోలన్ వర్క్ ఏరియా హైఫన్ ఫీల్డ్ 1 ఫీల్డ్ 2 లైక్ దట్ కమా కమా సపరేట్ చేసుకుంటూ అన్ని ఫీల్డ్స్ని రాయొచ్చు. బట్ వర్క్ ఏరియాలో ఒక్క రికార్డ్ మాత్రమే డిస్ప్లే చేస్తుంది. బట్ దీన్ని ఎన్నిసార్లు రిపీట్ చేయాలి? ఎన్ని రికార్డ్స్ ఉన్నాయో ఇంటర్నల్ టేబుల్లో అన్నిసార్లు రిపీట్ చేయాలి. అప్పుడు డూ కానీ వైల్ కానీ యూజ్ చేస్తామంటే లేదు. ఏం యూజ్ చేస్తాం? లూపింగ్ స్టేట్మెంట్. లూప్ అట్ ఇంటర్నల్ టేబుల్ ఇంటూ వర్క్ ఏరియా. ఆ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ పెట్టి ఎండ్ లూప్ పెడతాం. ఏమవుతుంది? ఈ లూప్ అనేది రిపీట్ చేస్తుంది. ఎన్నిసార్లు రిపీట్ చేస్తుంది? ఎన్ని రికార్డ్స్ ఉన్నాయో ఇంటర్నల్ టేబుల్లో అన్నిసార్లు రిపీట్ చేస్తుంది. 10 రికార్డ్స్ ఉంటే 10 టైమ్స్, 100 రికార్డ్స్ ఉంటే 100 టైమ్స్, 1000 రికార్డ్స్ ఉంటే 1000 టైమ్స్ రిపీట్ చేస్తుంది. రిపీట్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తుంది? ఆ రికార్డ్ని వర్క్ ఏరియాలోకి పాస్ చేస్తుంది. ఏ రికార్డ్ని? ఫస్ట్ టైం రిపీట్ చేస్తుందా? ఫస్ట్ రికార్డ్ని పాస్ చేస్తుంది. సెకండ్ టైం రిపీట్ చేస్తుందా? సెకండ్ రికార్డ్ని పాస్ చేస్తుంది. 10th టైం రిపీట్ అవుతుందా? 10th రికార్డ్ని పాస్ చేస్తుంది. 100th టైం రిపీట్ అవుతుందా? 100th రికార్డ్ని పాస్ చేస్తుంది. అలా ప్రతి ఒక్కసారి ఇటరేషన్ అవుతున్నప్పుడు ఆ కరస్పాండింగ్ రికార్డ్ ఏదైతే ఉందో దాన్ని వర్క్ ఏరియాకి పాస్ చేస్తుంది. సో ఇది లూప్. ఇస్ ఇట్ క్లియర్ మా? ఫుల్ ఎండ్ టు ఎండ్ సైకిల్.
Yes, ma'am.
So can we see the practical part?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah. So I'm going to take one custom table and I'll show you. This is not only for custom table, for standard table also you can do. First I'll show you for custom table, then I'll show you for standard table also how to create internal table work area, then how to get the data, and then how to display the data in presentation layer. Server broken maybe. Yeah, disconnected. First I'm showing the requirement Z22. I have employee info or whatever the table. Display, go to the contents, go to execute. Yes, I have, this is my employee info. In that I have 5 records are there, and you can see how many fields are there. 8 fields are there. Okay, I want to create a internal table and work area referring to this table, get the data and display the data. How to do that? /o sc38 Z22 itab and work area statements. Just click on create internal table and work areas. Choose the type of as executable. Click on save, local object. Then I'm just going to first create internal table. So you can write like this the comments, no problem. Okay, what is the syntax? Data, internal table name. Like variable means ZV underscore, constant means ZC underscore. Like that we have the naming convention. Same, internal table means ZT underscore. Okay, underscore is not showing. ZT underscore E info. You can give any name. Type standard table of, what is the table name? Z22 employee info. So I'm referring to the table. Okay, so that in my ZT info, it's going to copy how many fields are there, that fields into my internal table. Then work area I need to declare. Data, GS, info, type, same table name. Okay, then I want to get the data. Declaration is done. Get data from table means database table. How? Select star means all the fields from which table, this table, into where I want to store work area. What is my work area name? GSEN4. Full stop. Then append work area GSEInfo into internal table ZTEInfo. So this is the name. Append it and select. So with this I got the data. Then what I want to do? I want to display the data. How to display? I'm just going to use loopart ZT info my internal table into GS info my work area. Then right keyword to display GS info hyphen the field names. What is that? MANDT if you want, you can take it. That is only the client field. So I'm not taking that enum. GS info hyphen name. Then GS info next city. GS info hyphen country. What is that? QNNR listener. So done. So this is my full and end-to-end program. Whatever I learn, I given that. So sorted table it's taken. Standard right hours is okay. What is that sorted table? That is also we'll learn little bit later. Country COUNTY. No R. Okay. So now my program is ready. When I'm running, whatever I have the data, like I have only employee number name, so that is only it is displaying here. So how it is showing in the backend, how it is taking, that I want to see. Means I need to go for debugging. Just keep the breakpoint and run it. You can see, go to the desktop 3, ZT info. I refer to the employee info table. In employee info, I have enum, ename, city, country, KNR, listener. It is copied the fields with empty 8 KB memory. And GSE info. You can see with the same fields, it can hold only one record. But these are temporary. Now I executed, the memory is there in the application layer. Execution finished, come out of the program, the memory will be destroyed. Then fi, just go to the select statement. It will go and hit the table and get the first record into the work area. See, the first record one Usha is copied into the work area. Append means adding that to the internal table. So then what we'll do? One more record. Second record, add it. Third record, add it. Fourth record, add it. Then fifth record, add it. Then after finishing 5 records only, it ended. Come out. You can see ZT final are having 5 records. Okay. Now what I'm doing, I'm just taking one record from reverse, from loop at internal table to work area. First record is copied into the work area. One Usha, you can see. You can see these are looks like a variables. It can hold single values. Means looks like a variables. You can see it's going to display the first record. Then go to the second record. Display how many times it repeats? 5 times because 5 records are there. Third record and then fourth record, and then fifth record, then coming out. F8, you can see that all the 5 records are available in the output. So this is to create temporary memory. Now I came out of the program. So done, the memory is deleted. When I started executing, memory got created in application layer. When I come out, you can see displayed the data come out. The memory will be destroyed. Is it clear? Is it clear, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is a full end-to-end example. Just practice this. In the tomorrow's class, I'm going to show you separate syntaxes. We are not going to discuss all like this. We'll discuss all the type of internal tables, work area declarations. After, we'll go and see all the kinds of select statements. After that, we are going to see all the kinds of looping statements. We'll separately learn that, so that based on the requirement you're going to use that in your program. Clear, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
Any questions? Please, if you have any questions, raise it. Otherwise, I'm going to wind up, because if I'm starting that, I need at least 10 to 15 minutes to explain the next concept. So that's the reason I'm stopping here. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, practice this so that tomorrow's class will be very easy for understanding.
No questions, ma'am.
Okay, then thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.